It is nighttime as you arrive. The city seems to be lit with flames all throughout. You see the singular flame at the entrance of the gates. You see the guards that stand afoot there, and you see guards in the towers above. As you guys are making your way towards, the city becomes bigger and bigger and bigger. And you find yourself at the front gates of Neverwinter. What do you do?
Ildar becomes visibly nervous and a little apprehensive. You can see his anxiety. He's never been in a big city out of the Underdark, so he's kind of shaking a little bit and kind of looking around.
Uh,
Kajiku is going to get off the horse he's been riding the whole time.
He's not letting Rachiku on the horse the entire time. He's been pushing him down like he's a small child.
Off the horse now anyway. Straighten himself and Toro cowl up, and he's going in the city, and he's just kind of going like he's breathing, relaxing, and he's just kind of like he's focused.
So as you guys begin to make your way up to the gates, attempting to enter.
Ildar, should you
Yeah,
do your makeup once more? I would hate to be stopped at the gates because of your race.
that's a good point. Although this is a big city, there has to be others of my race inside.
I don't think we should take the chance at the gate. We should get inside first, get a lay of the land, then.
I'd rather play it safe than.
We're just trying to
Galful
fire.
left,
Very,
so he's
very
stopped
well,
to go through.
very well, my companions. I will don my deceptive disguise once more. I
Go,
use my
go away from us and then come join us later. All right, Ildar.
I find a place where I can go before we enter the gates, where I can go and don my disguise, and then I come back out.
Okay, you
Let's just go.
simply enough find some trees around the border. Neverwinter lies. You're able to don your disguise and make your way back to your companions before entering.
Wait before him. He's back.
You want to?
Yes, definitely.
I'm waiting for him.
So Magiku
Okay.
staying behind, waiting for him. As the rest of you begin
I'm
to
also
enter,
waiting.
Rohigo
Ah.
waits as well.
It was my
I'm
idea.
going in.
Inya, Windens, Saladriel, and
I'll
Astalos.
wait.
Oh,
I'll wait.
Astalos.
Before I let him go, I'm going to put my hand on Astalos' shoulder and I say, the time may come, my friend, when you must rely upon him to trust you as well.
I don't want his trust, and I don't care if he doesn't trust me. So I'm quite alright with this. And then I kind of shake Saladriel's hand off and walk towards the gates.
I'm
Yeah.
walking with Astalos.
All right, Windens is right by Inya, and as they follow in with Astalos, as the three of you make your way up to the gates, you hear, "Halt! What brings your business here?"
Disregard.
Lizard man. We've only seen about 3 of your kind. Quite interesting.
We tend to travel very often.
Apparently you don't. Seeking shelter?
Only temporarily. This is one step on our journey.
We're just passing through.
Just the 3 of you.
I look around at Windens, myself, and Astalos. Seems to be that way. There's
Very
3
well.
of us.
You may pass. Hank, the gate. See the gate, just kind of slowly open, just a little, just one side. And you guys find yourself walking into Neverwinter itself. More specifically, you guys are actually making your way into what is known as the Protectors Enclave District. Making your way in, you see it's very necessarily high profile, but it's very nice. Um, the city lines just resemble Waterdeep in the slightest bit. It's a comfortable feeling, a sense of security. It is Neverwinter, you guys. Um, Enya, especially, would be a little bit more familiar with her, but you see Wyndens has a abundance of comfortability walking through here, as she obviously knows exactly where she's going in here, and she's just kind of darting off without you. Do you guys follow?
Yeah, I'm trying to follow
Yeah.
her. I have no idea where I'm going in this city, so
I pull her back. I'm like, you've been here before, right?
Ah, yes, I've been here many times. Don't you
All right.
trust me?
I do. You know I do.
Oh, very well, come on.
I'll
do you have somewhere to put the horses?
Oh, we could leave them at the stables.
Great. Where's that?
Follow me. We have a private one.
Ah, great.
Oh, okay. Just walk
So
with her.
you see her making her way. She starts tucking into a dark, kind of concealed alley. As she goes in there, you see her turn to you all and go, shh, as she walks through an illusionary wall.
I run at the wall.
Running through immediately, you run into Wyndens from behind. She stops just on the other edge. She goes, "Hey! Slow
You made such
down!"
you made such a big show of it. I thought you would get out of the way.
Where's the lizard?
Move my way slowly as soon as my hand goes. It's like, okay, I kind of walk through slowly. But I feel like,
As your hand's being God, she kind of grabs it, seeing it, and pulls you through as well. When you make your way in, you find yourself at a very fine establishment. It seems to be magical in nature. There seems to be unseen servants all throughout, cleaning up, tidying up what needed. It has that sense of Simon Turney's house. But as you are making your way through, an elderly figure comes walking towards you, and you hear, "Ah, Wyndens! It's good to see you again. How is Simon?" "Oh, he's quite well. Traveling companions, glorious dungeons, treasures, you know the drill." "Ah, seeking shelter. Wise to come to me first. And who are your friends?" "Well, I'll let them introduce themselves." She points to each of you independently. She points to Enya first.
Uh, my name is Enya. We're traveling companions. What is this place?
"Ha ha ha! This is the Harkle residence. You see, me and Simon go way back. We, well, let's just say learned together in the School of the Arcane. We had a falling out. We still help each other when needed, but we don't necessarily speak to one another personally anymore."
And you said you've known him since you were students?
Yes, it has been some time.
Has he always been that
Crazy son of a
odd?
bitch.
I not exactly the words that I would choose, but
It's the ones I'd choose.
you know what? I'll take your word for it. I don't know him.
He's very, giving. He likes to make sure people have what they need and get what they want. But of course, he always wants something in return.
Of course.
What wizard doesn't? Except I really have nothing to need anymore. I've kind of given up on the life of what he does. Then again, the last time we were treasure hunters together was... Well, that was a long time ago.
I look at Astalos, nudge him.
that. This one is called Astalos. We're working on Simon's behalf. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Very well to meet you as well. A lizard folk. I've seen many of your kind before in my travels. What swamps are you from?
Uh, a large one.
Oh, very well, there are many of those. I can't remember all their names anyway, had you said it. Ah, well, please seek shelter. You'll find that your horses have already been taken care of. Please make
Thank you.
yourself at home. Bane should be behind the bar. He can take care of you. Yes, Bane, with a B.
That's what I said.
Yes, Bane. With a B!
Bane.
Sorry, what
Very
was
well.
your name again?
Bane! Oh, mine. I am
Yeah.
Harker Hobble.
Well, it's nice to meet you, and thank you for extending shelter.
My pleasure. Please make yourself at home.
I start walking
Wyndon.
towards the bar.
Wyndon goes to the bar as well. We'll cut to you guys, and we'll go back to the group that is outside.
Alright, so first, do I have any? Let's see if I can make an envelope before we go.
So, what's happening out here? You're
So-
changing.
I
He was
come
just
out of the
changing his
woods.
disguise, yes.
I come out of the woods back in my initial wood elf disguise and join Saladriel and Magic
Hey,
Two.
guys.
Hey man, so and Rohega, I'm sorry, and yeah guys, so I guess
Alrighty.
we're ready. Let's do this.
Okay.
So we
So
approach
heading
the
to
guards.
I guess we go up towards Neverwinter, towards the gate.
Yes,
All
we
right.
approach the guards cautiously.
You guys
Ildar, at least, is
making
very cautious.
your way to the gate, trying to be as inconspicuous as you can. The guards, once again, you find them. Halt! What brings your business here?
Mere
Well,
travels.
We are
I'm just
travelers.
All
We
at
have
once.
business inside with some contacts.
What business do you have here? With what contacts?
Trade.
I see no merchandise with you.
we have to discuss the contract first before we establish the trade.
So the trade is happening within the walls.
At a later date.
Yes.
First, we need to decide how much we're going over the final details of how much material will be transferred over for what price. So, no trade has taken place just.
I am Saladriel, priestess of the Silver Circle, and I am here to purchase some potions. These are my friends. We're on a quest.
The Silver Circle.
Have you heard of it?
In stories, didn't know it really existed. I don't really travel much. Anyway, yes. Potion contracts. Very well. You may make your way inside. Frank,
Thank you.
get the gate. You see the gate open as you all make your way in. Once again, you
Thank you,
guys,
my
before
dear
you
sir.
see a city that is quite similar to what you would find in Waterdeep. Not necessarily high end, but not necessarily low end. You guys are about in the middle tier district. As you make your way into the city, you don't see your companions anywhere.
So, we
Uh,
came to restock. So, we're probably going to need a new cart for the next part of the travel. Unless we all want to keep walking.
We should find our friends first before anything.
Okay. There's the entire city of Neverwinter. And we didn't exactly get a plan on where to meet them, I just realized.
Mhm.
So we can either scour the city looking for them, or prepare for them and wait for them by the gate.
Do I see, as we're walking in, do I see any etched thieves' guilds marks on doors or walls of buildings or any type of uh,
Thief scan.
thieves' cant? Yes, a symbol that would graffiti that would tell me how to find the thieves' guild.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, let's do this. Is it there? I'm sorry. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh God, that was horrible.
not
Per-
perception.
Perception.
Say what?
Perception.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really need glasses. That was crazy. Persuasion. Okay, perception. There you go.
Ooh. Yeah, looking around, taking your time looking at the enclavings and all along the sides of what you would see as wooden beams kind of around, you notice on one of them the shape of an H. To the left, you see another one, a familiar symbol, takes you to a safe zone. Which do you wish to follow?
Uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and try to follow towards the safe zone, and I'm gonna signal to Magiku and Saladriel that I'm gonna head out that way, and I'm gonna let them know that hey guys, I'm gonna head out this way, and maybe we'll be able to find. Maybe I can help you guys find the rest of our companions.
Are you asking us to follow you, or are you just going off on your own?
Um, I think that I think that if you guys wait right here, I can get some information and get things going for us.
I suggest we start at the nearest tavern.
DM, is there any way that we would see where our companions went? Are there any?
Foot traffic's everywhere. I mean, you could always ask a pedestrian if they might have seen a strange lizard walking through the city, but
Now I feel dumb for not thinking of that. He's a freaking lizard. Of course we know where he. Did anybody see a 6-foot lizard walk by?
I liked where you were going with the thief stuff.
Yeah,
So, Ildar, you're going off to.
I'm
Let's
I'm
just have
gonna go
everybody
talk
face
to
palm.
any criminal contacts that I can find at the Thieves Guild.
Very well. You go ahead and begin making your way off. Following the markings along the way, you seem to come to an open alleyway. Not necessarily like tucked in, it's pretty visible to all. But you see at the gate, you see a hooded man, and you hear him go, "Friend or foe?"
I respond in Thieves' Cant.
Enter.
Depends.
He kind of like nods his head that way,
Okay.
and you hear the door unlock. And he
Okay.
says, "Go now."
I stealthily go in quickly, nimbly.
You make your way inside. Upon entering, you see a small hallway with some stairs that descend down directly in front of you.
I keep going down. I'm
Making your
seeing
way down
like
the
it's bright
stairs.
light. Yeah.
You make your way down, down. The wood starts to become cobble. The cobble starts to become full stone. You find yourself in what appears to be an underground area. Walking forward and making your way upward, you see light ahead. You also begin to start hearing music. Walking closer and closer, the light becomes brighter as the room becomes bigger. You are in a perfect hexagonal-sized room with several level members of the Thieves Guild. They look to you as you enter.
Hey,
All of
what's
them,
up?
all of them suspicious of you, but they look at you, and one that's kind of closest to where you came in says, "Hmm. Okay. Drink?"
Sure. What do you have?
Liquor?
Give me your best.
Come on. Let's go to the bar. You two
Sure.
make
I
your
keep
way.
I keep glancing around just to make sure that everything's so nobody's like following me and trying to stab me in the back or something.
Of course. You make your way over to the bar, and the person that turns is wearing a mask. Not just a face front mask, but a literal bag on the head mask. As he turns to you and goes, "What brings you to my safe haven, boy?"
Well, I always like to pay my respects everywhere I go, and
Respects mean a lot more when you're not wearing makeup.
true, but as you know, uh, I'm not necessarily welcomed wherever I go.
I know,
Man, a man has the right to protect himself
what you do. You also
and
need to
stay in
be
the
careful
shadows.
in the places that you come into. You begin to hear foot movement behind you. As about 6 to 7 people are openly behind you in a semicircle. And you hear, "The last drow that came through here, they didn't really do what we had agreed to. And who's to say you're not one of his spies?" And that's where we'll cut your spot, and let's go on back over to Saladril and them.
So, did we notice that he went away?
Oh yeah, you did.
He told
Okay.
us. He told
So,
us.
um, because I have criminal contacts too. Can I know, like, he's heading? I know the markers and see that he's heading towards some kind of safe haven
Roll me in. mm,
investigation.
No, because you're not necessarily investigating. Roll me a history check.
Too.
Not for where he's going. Not in this city.
Well, Ildar's gone. We don't know where Enya went. Astos was with him. That's also Wyndon, so that's another three. There's only three of us left,
Like I
and we
said,
don't know where anything is.
if we start at a tavern, sooner or later they'll turn up. It's not like we're a subtle group of people.
I don't know about you, but I tend to be pretty subtle at times. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
After our last encounter, I believe that I should probably get some healing healing potions.
okay. Those are pretty expensive. Didn't we use?
I suggest a tavern first. Let's get set up for the night. See if we
Are we
can
staying
find our
overnight
friends.
here?
We gotta find our friends sooner or later.
I figured if we wait by the gate long enough, we thought we were leaving earlier today. I thought this was supposed to be a pit stop.
This is nighttime, don't forget. That's when you all arrive.
Right.
Thank you.
Good point. We should try and set up at the tavern.
I agree.
Let's
Every-
let's
just
find
find it.
the nearest tavern to this. I'm assuming southeastern gate.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Walking through, trying to figure out your way amongst the city for those that are new here, those that aren't. Walking in, you do end up coming across the pig belly. Simple sign over the door. Seems to be open. Candlelight inside. You guys make your way in. It is a very set-based tavern. Nothing as extravagant, of course, as the Yawning portal. Walking in, you do see your basic wooden tables, chairs, nothing really hung upon the walls. It's very bare and just, this is a tavern kind of situation. You notice that there is some wreckage around the room, which appears to be from previous brawl fights. You do notice everyone in here seems to be relatively human in nature, except for the bartender. The bartender appears to be a gnome. Very visible at the back of the table. Can't miss him. What do you all do?
How busy is the tavern right now?
It's a little light. There's probably about 6 people here. 3 that are, within a group, and the rest are kind of just scattered.
Okay. I'm gonna wander very slowly, kind of through the tavern towards the barkeep, just kind of trying to make eye contact with everybody who looks at me to assert my dominance. Just kind of give them that look of "don't fuck with me."
A few of them. Actually, let's have fun with this. Roll me an intimidation check. Just one.
Absolutely.
That'll be your go for.
Absolutely. I even have proficiency in that. Now I feel special.
Oh yeah. Walking in, you look at each of them, and you're giving them the eye. You're just, as you're making your way through, you see some of them kind of ducking off a little bit. You see other ones go, and then the 3 that are in the group are just kind of like. And you guys make your way over to the bar, where the bartender even is a little. Ew. Can I help you?
Gonna heavily set down on the bar. We're looking for some companions of ours. Have you seen?
Is it one of them? He points to the other people that you've intimidated.
Fortunately, no. Our companions have a bit more of a backbone.
So, what do they look like?
We're looking for a lizard folk. About my height. Bright green.
Lizard folk. I haven't seen that here. That'll pass through my bars.
Very well.
I am going to lean on the bar next to Ro and just kind of like casually keep an eye on his back, but just look over everyone gathered.
Do you need something?
Let's have a round of drinks while we wait. Maybe
Very well.
our companions will find us.
Good. Never know. You see him hop off, ready some drinks, climb back up his stool, place them before you. There you go. Just ale.
What is your name?
My name? Tiger Hunter.
Great name. And that's in character.
I hunt tigers.
Yeah. Well, what'd you hunt them with? Your preferred weapon of choice.
These things. You see him go. Pew.
Does he hunt sparkly tigers?
No, not sparkly.
Oh, hey, how'd you get that?
Are there any pelts around? There's nothing on the walls.
Not a damn thing.
Is there any? Can I get a?
What was your
Can I
name
look him
before
up
you
and down
hunted
and kind of
tigers?
like see his build or just like, see if I can discern anything about him?
He-
Is he
is
bullshitting
a
me right
very- He is a very small gnome. There's probably maybe like an ounce of muscle on this dude.
What?
He's very small. I mean, he is a gnome. This is by no means a stout gnome. It is a very scrawny gnome.
Is
So,
he
what was your name
bullshitting
before
me
you
on
hunted
this
tigers?
story? Is he lying?
Before?
Yeah, before.
Oh, isn't it embarrassing? It was just Greg.
Great.
Tiger Hunter.
Yeah.
Good name.
Yeah. So what's your count so far? How many tigers has the great tiger hunter hunted?
Thousands.
Oh yeah. I hear you gnomes like live a lot, like very long lifespan. So I
Oh, we
imagine.
do,
Yeah.
yeah.
I finished my ale. Can I get like three more?
Three? Oh,
Yeah.
good. You
Yeah.
will need to pay for these.
Yeah. I got it. I
Okay.
got mine. Yeah. Thanks.
You see him hop off, grab some more ales for you guys.
Okay. Call it even gold?
I got it. The whole tab.
5.
Oh, money. Would you like a tiger
Thank you,
pelt?
Rohika.
Tiger pelt?
Oh, would you like one too?
Do you have like panthers?
I gotta hunt that,
Mm. Darker fur is what I was looking.
but I could get it.
Uh, you know what? I might come back around in about a month, a week, a year. I might be back around. If you ever get a panther though, Jen, I will come find you out. All right.
I can do that.
All right. Thanks.
I'm gonna stand up from the bar and take my ale to a corner table and just watch the room.
Okay.
Kind of watch the people.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to Rohega with my 3 L's and offer her one of them because she paid my tab. Would you like another one?
I'm gonna take one.
Cheers.
Okay. Slodgel, anything else you wish to do?
Nope, she's just watching what's going on in
Okay.
the room.
Go ahead and
Quietly.
cut back.
You
We'll
guys
cut
wanna play
back
dice
to
while we wait?
the Harples little area with Anya, Windens, and Astalos. You see Harple make his way over to a very nice, luxurious chair, and he just kind of sits down in it with his staff and goes, "Too old for this stuff to continue. Please help yourself to the bar."
Does he have someone behind the bar tending to it?
You don't see anybody.
Okay.
You walk on over to the bar.
I
Yes.
yes.
Also hesitantly make his way over to the bar and kind of fit himself onto one of like the bar stools, like kind of awkwardly because of his size.
I'm gonna go up behind the bar and play bartender.
As
Lean
soon as you
against the counter.
come, as soon as you come around to that side of the bar, underneath you see what appears to be a little stout dwarf, and you hear, "Hey, other side, go!"
I run. Sorry, I didn't see you.
Whenever it does,
Don't
damn
hide.
wizard shorten the bar. See him kind of step on over. You kind of, what you need?
What you got?
Ale?
Do you maybe have some a water with like some citrus or some mint in it? I'm not exactly a big drinker.
Yes. Let me get it. You see him going, he goes, fixing up a little drink, and then he kind of looks back to you and he goes, "You look funny."
In what sense?
He stares at you very hard for a good while. And before your eyes, you see his figure begin to change. You see him become you.
That's cool.
Wait, are you a dwarf or something else?
I could be something else.
Then why do you choose to be something so short behind the bar?
It's fun.
That was pretty funny. I'll take a light ale if you have that.
Okay, 1 second. See, as he's walking back behind, he's getting your guys' drinks together. You see him change his form one more time. And you see him literally turn into your everyday Prince Charming. As he does this, he goes, "Here's your drinks. Is this a form that suits you? Do you
Who
guys not
are
feel comfortable?"
Care, you're just you still look like a
It's-
mammal to me, so
it's-
no difference.
I know what you looked like 2 seconds ago. It's a little weird.
Well, fine.
No, it
Changes
looks
his
great
figure
though.
one more time, and you see himself turn into a high elf, and you hear him go, "Better."
I don't respond. I just start drinking my ale.
Never any pleasing any. See him kind of walk off, cleaning the table.
What was your name?
For the water, by the way.
I have a name. My family is.
Okay, I thought that was just me for a moment.
You just green screened hard.
Am I back?
Frozen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, there you are.
Oh.
Frozen.
Yeah.
He's
Awesome.
back.
He's back.
Yeah, and you hear him just gonna say, "Don't know who my family is. Don't care anymore.
Why not?
It's the point. Been without them for years. Harple took me in, found me, treats me with the kindness that I deserve.
You don't ever want to find them?
If they could care less to find me, let alone leave me, why would I waste my time finding somebody who doesn't care? Harple gives me a good life. I repay him by serving him.
Enya kind of falls
Horse
silent
life.
at what he says and just kind of clams up and just keeps to herself for the rest of the night.
You see Wyndon's kind of make her way behind the bar, and she puts her arm around him and goes, "There, there. I love you. Inya love you. She's very sweet, too. The lizard man's kind of nasty sometimes, but he's a sweet one when he wants to be."
He's alright. I think. No, he's alright. He's good people.
You see Wyndon's kind of lean over into him and kind of whisper into his ear, and you guys verbally hear it. I mean, it's not a secret. She's just openly saying, "Are you becoming an apprentice, too?" And he goes, "Sadly, no. My magic is different for some reason. I can't seem to understand it. Neither can Harple, but he's trying. As these wizards do, they learn, and then they try to replicate. So he's been helping me."
Is Harple anywhere close to us right now?
He's about probably 15 feet away in his chair.
Can I get up with my drink and is there a chair next to him that I can sit down next to?
There's a stool you could definitely pull up, yeah.
I'm gonna sit down next to him and wait until he notices me.
Obviously, as you pull the chair, you hear the kind of looks over to you. "Yes, traveler."
Have you always lived in Neverwinter?
"No, not my first place to go either. I prefer more up north. I like the mountains." Seems kind of dazing off.
So why choose to set up your home here?
Well, you see, I come from a rather large family, and a harple has to be in a specific location. It's the way our magic works. Just as those who need spell books and things of the sort, we found our magic to be almost, are you familiar with sorcery?
Somewhat. I've heard of it.
The
Don't practice it
balance
myself.
between nature and them. The magic just flows through them. Whereas, of course, we need spells. Well, we apparently have a strange connection to the magic. This, bubble, if you will, that we all pull from. We've learned if we stay too close together, the magic drains. But if we are relatively further apart, the magic can be quite strong with an individual. So we've learned that if we are separated, we are stronger.
So when's
Thus,
the last time you saw family?
we visit from time to time. Good thing about traveling spells. Can make a quick visit and leave. But we, have become rather busy. My brother's actually quite close. Closer than most, probably about 4 days out. He has a tower. It's located deep within Neverwinter Woods. Probably right around the outskirts of Oakhurst, actually.
Funny you mentioned that. That's where we're headed.
Really? My brother's quite nice. Generally keeps to himself. But maybe you could stop by. If you need anything, provisions, he could probably help.
Say, since you live here and we're traveling and we're new, do you know where I can find a map of the area? Do you have
Of
any
course.
cartographers here? Or do you have one?
You're talking to the master of the arts. You see him wave his hand before him like this, and with a quick snap, before you, a parchment rolls out. Across the parchment, you see drawings just come to life as they scribble all up and down the city alleyways and everything. You have a full map of Neverwinter drawn before you. Anything for Simon's companions?
I really appreciate this. Thank you.
This is based on my memory. Some of these places may not be there or may have changed. The alleyways can be quite tricky in Neverwinter sometimes, as things are always growing.
I will keep that. It's a good place to start. Better than nothing.
Thank you for the compliment. It's not every day I get to just do fun magic.
Well, thank you.
No,
Do you mind if I keep this?
of course, it is
Oh,
yours.
thank you. And I roll it up.
Okay. With that, we will pause and we will go back to our drow. Swords at the ready. The man in the mask looks at you. All you see are eyes. He looks into you and he goes, "What could you promise us to get you out of here?"
Well, what profit, let me ask you, is there in killing a single drow? And I can
Simple
bring.
pleasure.
What would you rather have? Transitory pleasure or profit? I thought you were professionals. That's why I sought you out. I am in need of joining an organization in my present position. I happen to be in Waterdeep. I have skills to bring to the table. You have numbers.
Hmm.
Let me bring you profit. You bring me the support of a whole organization. In other words, I am asking entrance and membership into the guild formally. And I pause. And I stare. I don't take my eyes off of him.
It would seem that you're going to need the king's permission for that. Let me get
I
him.
see.
He removes the mask. Before you, a slick-backed hair figure, stubble upon the face. He looks at you and says, "Are you breaking your relations with the drow,
I am.
and you wish to partake in my guild in Neverwinter?"
I do.
He looks at you for a good bit. "You will be tested. Simply, to gain entry into my guild, you're going to need to steal from the best. Perhaps you might have heard of him. His name is Artemis Entreri.
Go on.
He has taken something of mine, and I wish to have it returned.
I've heard that name before.
I'm sure you
Assassin.
have. A damn good one at that.
A very good assassin. No matter, I can make that happen. He has powerful friends.
He's been to himself more than lately. Bit preoccupied. However, a drow such as yourself, coming from the Underdark, should be relatively easy for you. I will grant you a short membership into my guild. You will have our protection, you will have our resources. To an extent.
Nice.
If you break this law, if you break your bond, if you break your way of the Thieves' Guild of Neverwinter, we will not hesitate to kill you. Feel the blade kind of poke into your back just a slight bit. Then you see him wave his hand as the swords come down. The daggers are all put up. Now, we saw that you came in with companions.
That's correct. I don't know their whereabouts now, but
We do.
after I excellent. I need to keep up. I need to keep up appearances. I need to join them soon. Otherwise, I will arouse much suspicion.
Very well. You're
So
welcome
I figure out
to.
where they are.
You're welcome to replenish your disguise kit while here, if needed.
Very well.
Um,
Thank you.
give it a
Do
little
you
bit of
have poison?
time.
Do you
Poison,
have
of
poison as
course.
well?
Do you need some?
Yes.
We have 2 vials of
Uh,
poison if you wish to use it upon your blades.
Thank you so much. I do.
Very well.
Uh, Thank you for your hospitality, and thank you for the opportunity.
No,
Consider that man dead.
thank you for the opportunity. I will say this, the object that he has, it is a greave that he wears upon his arm. You will notice a tiger emblem embedded on it, in the shape of a claw. I wish to have this item. Now,
Very well.
take what you need. 2 of my guides will take you to where your companions are. They actually appear to be split in 2 different directions in the city. One of them has gone to the Harple residence, a mischievous wizard. The others are, well, at a rather nasty tavern that I wish to not even intervene with.
Very well. I will pick up my companions in the tavern and then we'll head to the Harper residence.
Very well.
I bow. I put my hood back on and I let the members of the guild that are leading me to the tavern go ahead and take lead.
As you put your hood up and turn to begin walking out, you feel the presence of a grasp on the hood as it's pulled down. And you hear him say, "A good disguise needs no cloak. Practice that while you're here, and my men are here."
Very well. I'll take that into consideration. Thank you.
Now go. You see him go back to tending his bar as he puts the mask back on.
I follow the rogues from the guild to the tavern. Let them take point.
The tavern is the first place that you arrive. As you walk inside, you see 2 companions, actually 3, I'm sorry, 3 companions, all sitting at the table together, drinking their beers, and at the door you all see open 3 men walking in. One appears to be somewhat familiar to you all in the middle, as the other two seem to wait outside as that one walks in.
I wave. I go like, and I make my way towards them at the bar.
The disguise as well, but you all, as he does come closer, recognize who it is.
Did you
Ildar.
find what
Oh.
you were looking for?
My companions. Yes, I did, and I will. I will talk more to you about it, but we need to find a more private place.
Well, we don't know where the others are. So,
You
great.
I
do?
do.
Getting out.
That's the reason I went away. I thought I could find the information quickly, rather than us searching throughout the whole city. The information is very reliable. There's companions, newly found friends waiting outside that will guide us to that location now.
Who are they?
We must make haste. And with that, I turn around and I walk towards the two rogues waiting outside for us.
I'm going to turn to Magiku and Rohega and say, "Come, my friends, I sense it is unwise for us to split up from my party."
Looking at Rohega. Seems pretty sketch.
I'm just
And
gonna
then I'm
get
gonna
up and
follow.
follow Saladriel and keep a hand on my blade. Stay close
Aren't
to
you guys
Saladriel.
happy you have a rogue in the party?
Could have did that too.
As we're walking out, I'm gonna give the stink eye to everybody just as we're going out.
Roll me intimidation walking out. With advantage, because you already intimidated the crap out of him.
With advantage,
Extra
huh?
intimidation.
That should be two.
A couple of them, as you begin walking up and getting ready to leave, you see a few of them, two that were in a group of three, immediately just stand up with their drinks and just kind of rush out the door like, oh shit. And you see the other one, like, immediately dart to the back of the room and just kind of, like, stand in a corner. And you just see him sitting there. As the other two that were at their own little tables just straight up pretend to be sleeping.
Yes.
It is an interesting gift you have, my friend.
That
That's
was fun.
amazing.
Scaring all these common folks tonight.
So as you make your way outside
Best
into the
deal.
darkness of Neverwinter with the lights that are just merely giving that illumination of the city, you see the two hooded figures as they're walking a little stealthily, not as open as one should be, more precautious, hand on the hilt, as the other hand is behind their back, which you don't know what they're holding. As the cloak is drawn over it, you see them walking and leading you and staying close and paying attention. As they continue on, you come to an alleyway, a very dark alleyway, almost as if it's not their kind of alleyway. And you see them say, to the right, touch the wall.
I signal to all three of them, and I go and I touch the wall.
You see them and Thieves Can't say, good luck.
I respond, "Thank you."
And as
And
you
I-
guys are there, you see him touch this wall as he passes through.
Saladriel. I'm not crazy, right? He just...
It seems not everything is as it appears in this city. I will go first. And I kind of put my fingers through and take them back. And if nothing happens, then I step through.
You make your way in.
I'm gonna
Where you
follow
go?
right behind, I guess. Seeing this, I'm gonna try and like just follow, stay close. I'm gonna keep a hand on my sword though.
Okay, Magical?
He's still just looking at this wall, just like, is this like, don't most spells require concentration? How could someone keep this up forever?
He's doing the cat thing where they just push the curtain.
Yeah, he's like, is there like a certain amount of usage? And then he goes,
All right. You guys make your way in. Before you, you see a very well lit, very well prepared, beautiful, what appears to be a little tavern area. You see your companions across the way. You see Enya talking to a elderly figure sitting in a luxurious chair. You see what appears to be a high elf behind the bar. You see Astalos as well. You see Windance behind him, and they seem to be just standing together and chatting.
Seeing this,
Everybody is visible to one another.
I'm gonna relax a little
What's the rest
bit,
of you?
but I'm gonna walk up to
How'd you get
Astalos.
here?
Oh, I forgot. Oh,
Right.
right.
Probably shouldn't have
Yeah,
waited for that.
I knew we were forgetting something.
I mean, we had to let him turn on his disguise. Then we couldn't find you guys, so we were at a tavern.
They let you through the gates.
Yeah.
If it
That
wasn't for
thing
our
through the
newest
gates, I'm
friend
pointing
here,
at
we would never
Ildar.
have found you.
How is
I-
that, by the way?
It just pays to be resourceful, my friend Astellas. Something you'll
Not
come
your
to
friend.
find. It's just a figure of speech. Don't get upset.
Majaku has been staring down at Idr- fuck, sorry, Eldar for like ever since he came back with these like two people out of nowhere. Cause we heard his story that he was an escape from the Underdark. So he's just like, how do you meet somebody in the upper side so soon and get contacts like that? And so,
Ildar, that you found us. Did you follow our footsteps?
I'm gonna stand up and be like, Mr. Harple, sir. These
Yes,
are.
yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
Yep.
These are our friends. I hope it's all right that they take
You
shelter
see
here tonight as well.
him quite quickly stand up. Goes over to Magiku, looks you up and down.
how's it going?
Interesting. Nice to meet you.
You the owner of
Goes
this place?
over to owner, maker, creator, whatever you want to call me.
You make that wall?
I did.
So it's not draining on you though to have it constantly up.
Magic.
Recently, just been getting used to this whole magic thing, and the way I understood it was any active effect would cost an active drain.
Magic.
I don't think our friend is quite on that level. A bit beyond that. Think of our
Bingo.
good friend Simon. He's somewhat close to his level, but not quite.
Oh,
I
you're
think
saying
Simon's
Simon's
still-
better than me.
No,
Well, I
no.
was hoping he would still help or explain a little bit instead of just giving the coverall
It is
answer.
magic, my friend. I have studied the arts for many years beyond. In case you can't tell, the beard's grown. You see him kind of like flicking the whiteness of his beard down here.
Alrighty then.
You see him come over to the half orc, and he goes, looking up a little bit. You are a little bit taller than him. You see him go, Bruty. I like it. Goes on over to Saladriel. Your eyes.
Thank you for letting us stay here. It's very kind of you.
Don't tell me, don't tell me. The gold circle? The copper
Silver.
circle. Silver! I knew it was one, I knew it was one. I've only met one of your kind, and it was of the gold circle.
Have you heard word of them lately?
The gold circle, well, I hear from them far regular than the others. I actually have a friend from there.
I've recently gotten word that my order, something might be wrong, and they've passed beyond my sight for several days now. I'm concerned for them.
You
Have you
are
heard
of the
anything
silver,
about them?
correct?
Yes.
You are within the mountains. I could perhaps try to find word for you, but it might take a little while. I don't have any recent connections to there.
Thank you. I would greatly appreciate that.
I could see what I can do. Yes. Give me Probably a day or two. How long are you all staying? I imagine you need rest and supplies.
Rooms. Do you have
I
rooms
thought
here as well?
A rose?
Room.
Room! Ah, yes, rooms. We have a couple in the back. Now it's a little confusing. It's magic. When you walk through the door, you will find a few. And he looks straight at Magiku as he does this. When you walk through the door, you will find a hallway that appears to extend beyond to the point that it makes no sense as to what the alleyway looked like and the back of the building was. TARDIS effect for my Doctor Who fans. Please, you can select a single room. There are some with a couple of beds in each. Room together. If you don't, that's up to you. I believe I have one other guest here. Not sure which room he's in, but
Traveling as well?
I believe so, yes. He has some business that he attended to, which is his and not mine to say. So I will leave it at that as I would for yours.
Deal. Sounds good. Oh,
Thank you.
before. Oh, never. I
Hospitality,
think.
Harpole.
appreciate it, Mr. Harper.
Is there something you
kind.
needed? Enya, was it?
Enya.
Enya. Very well. Were you saying something?
We're. We may have met an unfortunate accident along the way.
Oh,
Our cart.
somebody. Oh, I thought it was a person. You
Our
just need a
precious
cart.
wagon.
A
Do
wagon.
you know? Do you know where I could find a replacement?
I have another one in the stables that Simon had made for me.
Is it?
In use?
I just say that. I don't say anything.
Magic.
I think you understood what I was doing. That was more for that. Yes, it is magical in nature.
Oh. How so?
It it floats.
Would you mind terribly if we borrowed that
How
for a
does
while?
it do that?
Oh well, it takes a keyword.
Understandable. Okay. He's just not gonna go deeper just because he doesn't want to get like that was at least a somewhat helpful answer.
Well, I wouldn't.
And
We
you-
wouldn't want to take anything of yours.
In the back, you do hear Wyndon's chime in as she says, "The damn thing floats."
I hear there's swords that float.
You
By
hear
themselves.
her just in the back stomping her feet, going, "That son of a bitch! Another test for me. I'm sorry, that one's on me. He's still trying to make me work for my apprenticeship. Damn what's the key word?" And you hear him kind of chime up. For this one, I actually wrote it on the side because I never use it, so I had to remember it. You'll see it on the back of the wheel. But anyway, yes, of course you can use it. Simon gave it to me years ago. I just never bothered with it.
Well, if you're sure that you don't mind.
You see him kind of conjure up a small, what appears to be outside of character, a floating disc, and you see him place some stuff on top of it, and he goes, "Magic is more of my expertise. I have no need for primitive means to carry things."
Of course.
Very well. Understood.
Well, we really appreciate it. Thank you.
You see him unconjure it, and the box, just kind of a little tiny box he put on there, drops, and he goes, "Very well. Get your rest, please. Pick a room. My barkeep will get you what you need. Please, if you don't mind, I'd like to take a little bit more of a rest.
Of course. Thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you all for yours. It's nice to get a big company around. I don't get that as often anymore. Generally, it's 1 to 2 travelers here and there. Sometimes none for months.
Stop by when we can. Who knows when we'll be back in Neverwinter after this?
Please do. You're welcome. Any of Simon's people are always welcome.
Thank you.
You see him kind of sit back in his chair.
I'm gonna get up and join Astalos.
I signal all my companions and I say, I'd like to speak to you in private. We can find one of the rooms to talk. I have some information to share.
Certainly, lead the way.
So everybody's going to pick a room.
Grab a drink first.
Yep. Oh yeah,
So
definitely.
so
grab a drink.
drink, room. Okay, let's do that first. So you make your way over to the bar and you see what appears to be a high elf.
Big,
I help
by the
you?
way. He's a shape changer.
Whoa.
He's really a dwarf.
Really
You,
interesting.
you see him change one more time, right before your eyes as they say this. And to your eyes, he turns
That's-
into... He's attempting to turn into what you look like, Ildar. But he seems to struggle with it.
Hmm.
And then
That's because
You-
he's disguised.
you see him unchange his face as he looks over to the half-orc, and he changes into the half-orc. Hi!
Interesting. Now that's an ability I could definitely use.
Now why can't I change into you?
Define his face. He's a drow, so you want like a
Yeah.
darker complexion.
He's
I
a
ha-
what?
A drow.
I'm gonna take this opportunity. I'm just gonna punch Astalos in the face.
Roll an attack!
Oh, you
I've
didn't
been
hear
watching him, and he's getting like so frustrated.
that
I'm dying over here. Hold on.
The half orc misspoke.
Hold on. Where is it? Where is it?
You need
Okay.
a 17 to hit. Just unarmed punch. Unarmed punch.
17, motherfucker!
17 hits as you take a fist straight across the face, taking 4
Wow.
bludgeoning
Oh.
damage.
Wow.
Whoa!
Ouch.
What is your problem?
You see him go, are you a drow?
No,
Yeah, that
he
thing
is not a drow. Astalos, shut up or I'll hit you again.
Hit me again and bite your fingers off.
It's okay. It's Neverwinter. It's a big city. It's not like they don't know of dark elves.
I've never seen one.
Well,
I am going to
now-
come there in between Astalos and Orhiga.
now you have the opportunity. I ignore that exchange and I tell the shapeshifter, now you have an opportunity. I grab a rag and I wipe, and this is my true visage.
You see him kind of literally quickly come up to you in the form of Rohiga, and then you see the figure change. You see it molding, shaping, bones kind of crackling, crunching as it's getting into your shape. And then he goes, "May I?" And his hands extends as he kind of lightly
Allow
holds your face off to the side, kind of rubbing your chin, cheek, feeling your nose, and he goes, "Interesting, interesting." Hmm.
He never
Before you,
shapeshifted into one of us before.
you see a copy of yourself. I have not.
Interesting.
This is new for me.
Huh.
I can't
Does it
quite
fit?
place a voice for this one.
Hmm.
He kind of looks at himself.
Interesting.
Are you as vicious as they said?
I'm gonna
There
stare
are
at
stories
Astalos.
upon stories. Don't believe all the stories you hear, my friend.
I've only met high elves, just in general, but never one of your complexion.
We've evolved out of necessity.
I'm gonna keep this one. Do you mind?
Not at all.
Okay. Do you
I
guys
give
need
him a
drinks?
sly smile and
I think perhaps some drinks for my friends.
yes.
He seems so
Strong
kind of like in
ones.
amazement and just very intrigued by this one. He's never seen this one before. It's like, when you get that new shirt and you just want to wear it all the time. It's pretty much the extent that he's in right now with this body. You see him go behind the counter. All right, how many for each of you? One, okay. Two.
I'll
Are you
take
sure
another
you
one.
don't need two? Points to Rohiga. That's what I thought. I was you for a second. You were pretty big. Goes ahead and gets the 3 ales, brings them to you. Gets the fourth, brings it to you, Ildar. Uh, pretty lady, what one's yours?
What do you recommend?
Drinks? Ale? I have wine.
Oh, yes, please, wine.
Very well.
She's got kind of like a childlike innocence about her sometimes, and this is one of them. The drinking is a little foreign to her, so.
You see him
When in
get a
Rome.
nice little bottle of wine, pour it into a glass for you, brings it on over. Here you go. Um, anyone else? I think you have something wrong with your mouth, friend.
Sorry.
Over
I was.
here, babe, please.
Do you have another glass of that wine?
Ah, yes, I do. Let me get it for you. Get some
Appreciate
wine.
it.
And, Broken Jaw, what do you need?
Ice, please.
Ice. Very well. I'll get you a bag for that.
Yeah,
Seem
you see,
kind of.
like, Astos cow opens his mouth like a lot wider than you ever like expect someone to be able to do that with their mouth. Like, it's like open all the way. And, like, reaches his hand into his mouth and yanks out kind of like a couple cracked teeth and just kind of tosses them aside.
You see him come on over. Do I just put it in there?
But no, it's okay.
Okay,
You
here.
kind of need ice. I'll just put it like it's more for the muscles.
Very
The
well.
teeth grow back.
I look over at Rohiga and I say, that was not necessary, but it's okay.
It was necessary.
I want to go to Astos and prestidigitation the blood off of him.
You go on over to him and successfully make the blood.
Just sipping my wine.
Astalos, you come to a clean figure.
I'm
Didn't
gonna look
wanna-
at Ildar, and you said you had something to discuss?
Yes, may we? I looked over at so the wizard is sleeping, correct?
He's relaxing.
Yeah.
He appears to be
I look-
sleeping.
I look over at the bartender and I say, "Is there a lounge area where me and my companions can speak privately?"
I wouldn't speak privately out here, but that's up to you. You can always go to your rooms.
Okay, very well. Now I think we're in a safe area here to speak. I
Ildar,
just want
we should
Ildar.
find a room.
We're gonna go back to one of the rooms.
very well, as you wish.
I didn't think I caught your name. What was it? Talking to the shape changer.
I don't have one.
Oh, that's odd. Do you want one? You ever thought of having one?
No. I just wish to be me.
Alright, I'll cut you around
That's a
me
good one.
and walk off.
You see him kind of confused for a second, then he goes, "Oh shit."
I'm just going to
Alright.
like.
So you
Up-
guys make your way to the hallway, correct?
I'm gonna go like 3 doors in.
Let me ask this: who all is? Because there is somebody in these rooms. Are you just
I
kind
think-
of?
I think right now we're just doing Ildar's talk.
So you guys are just looking for one room?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Are they
Oh.
all closed, or all the doors?
All the doors are closed. Ildar leading this because you were the one obviously wanting to give the information. Go ahead and roll me a D100.
All right. I will do that. Any
I took my
modifiers?
wine with me.
Nope, no modifiers. All right.
78.
You walk in, and the first door that you come to, about 4 doors in, you just walked to it, wanted to get further away from the door in general. You open it up. Nobody seems to be in here. Seems to be unoccupied. Seems to be your guys' room.
Excellent.
You guys walk in, and as you make your way in, you notice no windows, just a candlelight. You notice there are 3 beds within this room. You also notice it's just very set up as functionary, let alone luxurious. The beds are comfortable enough. There's a table, there's a light, and there seems to be what appears to be fresh fruit laid out on the table.
What kind of fruit? Grapes?
Some grapes, some apples.
I'm thinking a couple of grapes.
So Ildar takes a seat and he puts his hand on his knees and. Okay, guys. Here's the deal. You're probably wondering how I was able to locate all of you so quickly.
Yeah.
So, I happen to be very resourceful, and I have skills that of a roguish nature, I say, that I put into play here in this city. But with that comes resources available to all of us, and at the same time, I might be called from time to time. I have been called now in exchange for the use of those resources and contacts and intelligence that we can get to further us along to do something in exchange for this group of, let's say, like-minded professionals in
Called
the
to do
trade.
what?
Uh,
They don't
take
ask for
care
anything
of
very lightly.
something here or there.
Aren't we leaving town
Yes,
tomorrow?
we'll be leaving in the day, so I'm sure whatever it is, they could wait for you to do it.
Okay.
I would like to hear what you have to say.
I want to hear it, too. What you get yourself into?
What do they want you to do?
Um,
These people don't give
well,
up information easily.
no, everything has a cost. Everything has a price.
So what's yours?
Who did you join up
Uh,
with?
I have to dispatch of and now I put my hands up. I go like, now wait, Asos, before you start blowing gasket here. He's a really bad guy. He's an assassin for hire.
That's what
But
they told you.
I've been asked to take care of a little problem. This assassin that's running around.
What's his name?
His name is Artemis.
And we're
If
just
that means
supposed to trust.
anything
Have
to you.
we
What
heard
they
of that name?
Being from Waterdeep, it definitely would have gotten around. You would be familiar with an assassin as his nature. Yes.
Well, there is an assassin called Alistair, but the question is this guy really him?
He wears many disguises, and he's very, very skillful in avoiding capture. And he has escaped many assassination attempts by really powerful people.
And you're supposed to be able to do it? They
Um,
can't.
apparently, that's the price.
This could
For
very well be a suicide mission. Has that occurred to you?
What's the group?
uh,
Who did you join to get this?
I'm going to, as they're kind of arguing back and forth, I'm going to take a look around the room, and like as they're speaking of, this person being very stealthy, and I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe we should have chosen a better place to talk than just a random room. Do I see anything out of ordinary?
Roll me an investigation. Seems to be fine. Seems to be an empty room.
It's the wine.
So, who did you
so
join?
I said, so I drew,
Hey,
I
keep it
drew
up.
out some hints. Okay, guys. Like I said,
Yeah, but I don't
I
care about the
I
hints. I want to
used
hear
my
you say.
I used my roguish skills and experience to find like-minded folk. You guys read into that
So you
as you
joined the
will.
Thieves Guild.
Not like-minded like us, they are like-minded like you.
Like-minded like me, with the same kind of experience, training, and skills. Resourceful people, people that can get the
Already.
job done.
So you
People that
joined
can
this sect.
people
Now
that
he
can get
didn't
into
join. He indebted himself to a group of thieves and assassins. For
Forgive me, I'm
directions,
unfamiliar
by the
with
way.
this.
We were
What is it
only
you're
supposed to
asking of
be.
us?
We can gain a lot from having those
Will
connections, my
We're
friend.
defense
about to
help these
leave.
people in any way.
We're leaving in like 4 hours, six
Yes, then we're
hours.
going back to Waterdeep. You're not going to
What
be able to
the
help these people.
that guys, you
You
need to
hear
see the
Wyndon's
big
chime
picture.
in as this is going on, and you hear Wyndon say, "Look, you could simply come back. I mean, obviously, they want
You
you, correct? You have a task, right?
yes,
Then they knew you're going somewhere else, right?
yes.
So do what you must. Simon's got your back, if anything."
I
There's no
I
problem
com-
if you wait.
Simon's
You'll
not
be like a
here
few
though.
months.
I completely agree. And please try to think ahead. The in a big city like Waterdeep, the Thieves Guild provide it's one must be one of the most powerfuls in Farium.
They're
Having them on
speaking
our
of,
side can
I mean, they're
only
speaking
help
of
us.
Artemis and Shreri. I mean, one person, right?
Yes.
They couldn't expect you to do it right now.
No. I'm
So
just
then,
sharing this information with the group so they don't feel
So they didn't put a
like
due
I'm
date on
hiding
you.
anything.
very
Okay,
well.
that's
No,
respectable.
they didn't give me a due date.
Okay, okay.
I
If
just
that's
want
the
to be
case, then it's a bit more understandable.
I just want to be forthcoming about why I disappeared and all of a sudden I could find everybody. So I'm trying to gain your trust.
I'm sure
It is
they
an
have.
honorable act.
Magic
Thank you.
respects you a little bit more. He gives you that look of like, okay.
I'm sure it's the kind of task that they put several people on.
I bet
Ev-
so.
Everyone we've ever talked to, we're not the first people that they've sent on wild quests. Simon's
Well,
already
look,
put someone in danger. Don't tell him I said that.
Oh,
sure.
well.
The Thieves
Look,
Guild.
He screwed me over with a
I've never
cart!
been I've never been to
What if you're
Waterdeep
a
before,
car?
but I am sure that the reach of the Thieves Guild of Waterdeep extends way beyond Waterdeep,
Neverwinter.
and that uh,
We're in Neverwinter right now. I had the Waterdeep contact. Waterdeep's where we came from.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Uh, I'm sure that their reach extends far beyond the city walls.
Oh, of course, there's multiple. It's not just the one.
It will be good to for us to have connections there, and I leave it at that.
Yeah. Speaking of, if we're gonna be a bit more forthcoming, I also have connections, but they are back in Waterdeep. A couple of people I grew up with ended up in the wrong place when you grew up on the street. So
Well, now that we're coming up with everything that we have, I have found a map of Neverwinter and a carriage for our travel.
that's cool. So what
That
is
is
this about a
wonderful.
floating carriage?
Oh, yeah, he said it floats with
It
a.
fucking floats!
I'm sure you will be able to do
How does
that
it work?
in a few years.
So so you have to say a command word to get it to float, right?
Yes, that's what he
When did
said.
I
What if your
apparently.
carrot could? What if your cart could float, but you didn't say the command word?
Why do you think I'm so mad?
Oh, you think that one could.
As soon
Why
as he said Simon made that one, immediately thought mine could do it too.
What was
Did
the
he
command word?
not give you a word?
No, I'm still an apprentice. He's probably testing.
What's the
Get
word for
out.
this one?
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know. Hopple said
Maybe-
it was written on the side.
Do you think it might have been the same one?
I'm gonna go look at it. Oh wait,
I
which
thought
on the
so.
room?
Guess we'll never find out.
We'll find out in the morning when we gotta go look at that one.
No, I
If
meant
it's
the
similar
other
to
one.
ours.
The one that's at the bottom of the pit.
What if it just says
let's not-
something really
Let's
stupid
just not
like,
talk
"Whoa"?
about the pit one anymore, please.
Do you think if we go
What about
back and
plan
say
for
the command
tomorrow?
word, they'll all float? All the
You
pieces.
said you were looking for a potion? I'm sure we can find a shop in the morning.
Yes, I think it's probably a good idea to get a healing potion. After
I
what
do
happened
have
before.
one.
How
If
much
you would rather hold on to it,
gold do we have?
I'm sure
As
you'll
long
have
as
more.
I'm-
I'm sure you'll have more use for it than me.
This is delicious wine. Don't you all think? How are your drinks?
Yeah, this wine is pretty good. I put in more grapes in it.
I am going to give Saladriel my potion of healing.
Let's be sure to
Thank
add
you.
that
I'll
in
make
there.
sure it gets to good use. Hopefully, we don't have to use it at all.
That
I'm gonna
would
hiccup
be
real
ideal.
loudly. And then keep drinking.
Okay.
Oh, and
Do
look
you
at
wanna try
Rohita and oh
And
yes.
I give her my ale.
Thank
It's not.
you.
It's not as. It's more of an acquired taste, but I like it.
Disappear. Disappear.
She's gonna take it and finish it in one gulp, and then hiccup again.
Okay.
That's so
It's
cute.
terrible. It's
What are
very
you drinking,
terrible.
Rohega?
It does the
can
job.
drink.
Do you feel any different?
I can't feel my fingers.
Oh no.
You know, this area is Neverwinter. It's kind of chilly. I wish to acquire a coat. It's not as cold where I come from in the depths of Mensa Baransan.
Why is it that everything you say is veiled? You never just say, I need a jacket or I need a cloak. It's always very veiled. Why is that?
That's so true.
It's just the way that I grew up talking.
I
It's
think
just
if you expect us to trust you, there should be.
I'm cold, goddammit. I need a coat.
There we go.
I was
That
about
was
to
easy.
say. There we
Was
go.
that
Well,
so
that was a
hard?
speaking up right there.
We'll get you used to Surface Clark in no time.
This was a very
Okay,
good
so
match.
we
I'm
are
And
very
not
glad
all
I
that
say
we
saying.
did
in
this.
undercommon that's better, and then I go back to common.
Okay. So you guys
I'm gonna
kicking
say
it
in
tonight?
Elfish. I can do that too. Except it's. Oh wait, no, I can't do Undercommon.
Sorry, how many beds were in this room that we're in right now? 3?
3 in this one, correct.
Okay.
So 3 of you could be in this one, and then the others would have to find some other rooms, unless you all just want to bareback it on the floor. All right, Astalos going for his own. All right, so let's do this. Who's gonna stay in this room?
I'll stay. I'll only need to go to a 4-hour trance. So.
All right, then I immediately know Astalos is out of this room. All right,
I'm
so we
gonna
have.
go wherever Saladriel and Rohega go.
All right, Saladriel, Rohega.
Assuming that they go to the same place.
This is so delicious. I'm just gonna keep drinking and follow them.
I'm gonna steer Saladriel into a separate room that has an adjoined chamber pot room, knowing what's coming.
So Saladriel, Inya, and Rohega are gonna go to them, correct? All right, Windens will stay with Ildar, and Magiku, what are you?
I'm staying with Ildar.
All right, Ildar, Windens, and Magiku will all stay in this room because Windens is already set up, kind of just chilling in bed. Astalos, you wish to
Is
find your
Winded
own?
staying in here?
All right, I need Astalos and Rohega, since
Hey.
you're kind of pushing the way and Inya's following. Both of you roll me a D100.
D100?
D1 hundo.
26.
Or
Okay.
Wow. Together we
That's
make
Oh, no.
100.
Oh, no.
Rip our group.
We win the game.
Astalos, you walking down the hall, find a door that looks safe to you. You go ahead and you open it and you make your way in, no problems. You find yourself in a room with 2 beds. Same situation, table before you, some fresh fruits, candlelight. No windows or anything.
any people
Rohiga,
inside the room?
no people. Seems to be empty. Rohiga, Enya, and Saladriel, you make your way, and as you're kind of going to the next adjacent room, you grab the handle and jiggle it, and as you shake it, you notice that it's locked.
I think someone's in here. Do we see
Oh,
any
do
other?
you think they have wine?
I'm seeing that it's locked.
I'm
I'm
going
going
to
to
knock.
steer to a different room.
Hello?
Are you shoving her out the way as she's doing this?
I'm gonna help Rohiga.
So
Sure.
you guys are pushing her out of the way as she knocks.
As she's knocking.
You hear a, "Oh, leave me alone."
All right.
Keep
let's
pushing.
go. Let's.
It's very
Are there?
rude.
I think it's late. I don't think they appreciate people knocking on their doors. We'll find you wine. We'll
Making
find you
your
wine.
way down the hall, you find yourself in an empty room as you guys ran into the only other person that was here, and they seem to be adjacent to where Magiku, Windens, and Ildar are staying.
Now that I know that Windens is in there, Magiku's gonna get his room to himself. He was trying to
Getting
talk
his-
to Eldar. Yeah, but
He's gonna get what?
he's gonna go get a room to himself.
Okay.
What's wrong?
So Ildar and Windens will stay in that room together, and then Magiku, you're gonna go get your own.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll me. Okay, Magiku, roll me D100.
Lo and behold, there's 100
Did that work?
rooms, and 26 was the only thing I could roll that was bad.
What's the command for it on here?
There's
Backslash
a
R.
Oh, excellent.
Backslash roll. D100.
I was so used to doing
68. You successfully find yourself making your way into a open room with 3 beds. Same situation as the last room. Nobody seems to be inside.
I'm gonna take all 3 of the beds and push them together, so it's just like one giant bed.
Big bed. I like it. All right.
Nice.
Does anybody have anything they wish to speak with one another in the night, or do you all find your night's rest?
Before we bed down for the night, I'm gonna make my way outside again and go up to the bar and see if he's still there.
He is. You do
And-
see a drow figure there.
This is gonna take a little bit of time to get used to, but do you happen to have a bottle of wine that I can
Oh, yeah.
take to-
You want the whole bottle? You guys are really
There's-
nice people, and he let me keep his figure. Most people don't do that. And you see him kind of look over to Harple, and he goes, "Here, take this."
Thanks. And I try
It's
and
on
like,
you.
thank you. And I'll try and like hide it with me while I.
You're welcome. Have fun. Shh.
Thanks. Shh. And then I go back to the room with against Adria.
I'm gonna put Saladriel on a bed and watch her as.
Guess what I got?
No. As she comes back, I just.
Sladriel, look what I have.
Oh,
He gave me a bottle of wine. I open it and I give it to her. Try it. Do you want some, Rebecca?
I'll pass. You speak the same language as Ildar.
I do.
Where did you learn it?
You heard about them talk about, I guess, Magiku more than anyone, about contacts, and I, I'm not as unfamiliar with the concept of a thieves' guild as the others are. I just don't go around talking about it to everyone I meet.
Where are you from that you have these contacts?
That's a hard question. I I don't know where I'm from, just where I was dropped off, raised, brought up,
Where are
and
your contacts then?
nowhere near this coast. More towards the west or
That doesn't
east.
that doesn't answer the question.
Like I said, I don't talk about it as openly as some people. I don't go announcing that I found a thieves' guild in every city we go to.
Good thing it's just me. She's gone.
And me? No, I'm still very much here.
I take a swig from the bottle and I give a heavy sigh.
Everybody roll me that has been drinking with you. Con check.
We've all been
Constitution saving
drinking.
throw. You have all been drinking. And it's getting into the night.
Oof.
I
Give me a
stopped
quick-
after my third one from the last conversation. Does that stop me?
I had
Does that
3
prevent
You
at the
guys-
first tavern.
You guys are starting to get a little bit more drunk. Saladriel, you with that innocence of this is new to you, this is starting to pretty much get to you.
Brewing is babysitting.
I'm fucking babysitting right now.
Huh?
Okay, so I had 3 ales and 3 wines.
It was just for them three, just for them three, right?
So I'm
I
she's
can't
drunk.
believe it.
Inya, you're feeling the buzz and going on, but Saladriel, I mean, for the amount that you don't generally drink,
She's
it's
gone.
getting to you.
She's gonna be visiting that chamber pot, and I'll have to hold her hair
It's
later. So
it's getting to you. So you guys can. I just wanted to know for your mindset with your conversation. Go ahead.
I don't know my family. And I was raised in they use the term monastery very loosely. But I'm not unfamiliar with the idea of hiring someone to take care of a very specific problem. I've been there. And dealing with things like that, it helps to have contacts and sources of information. But like I said, I like sit a little bit further from Sladriel and drop lower. Sometimes it helps to have other resources than what you're given. If I need them, who knows?
That is very mysterious.
How many fingers am I holding up?
One. That's a very hard question right now.
What about you?
You ask
Where
a
are
lot of questions, Rohega, but you do not answer very many.
You call me out on being very vague and cryptic, but you answer questions the same way. Your turn.
Yes, please, go right ahead. Tell us everything about you. Don't stop until you get to the very end.
I raise my glass, like the wine bottle, to cheers with Sladriel and keep drinking.
I'm from the north, in a wasteland of sorts, where we didn't have much. It was kill or be killed, and we had to fight each other for resources.
So you're used to working alone then?
No, I've I grew up with a very skilled group of warriors who raised me and taught me what I know.
Is there a reason you're not traveling with them?
There was an incident with the Arcs near my homeland. I lost many friends that day.
Sorry to hear that.
If only I had seen it. If only I had seen a different path, or it was too easy, it was too obvious. It's like they wanted me to go through the town, to trust the villagers.
What did they do?
We were just leaving when the orcs attacked. My friends, my soldiers, my responsibility. We were ambushed, and I lost them. Tempest betrayed my tribe.
I don't think it's quite fair to carry that burden on your on your own.
They were my responsibility. And that God, meddling, filthy God, cursed me with this life, with this curse that I am stuck with. I can't go home until I've proven myself worthy.
What'll it take?
A great deed. A great many deeds. I could never face him until then. I'm gonna stop looking at people and turn around.
I hope you find what you're looking for. And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Does everybody proceed to go to sleep in this room? Astalos? Oh, sorry, Sladro, go ahead.
Walk up to Rahiga and just say, you have many moons in which to change your fate. And that's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed, but sleep light in case either of my two drunkard companions need assistance.
Is there enough space for Saladriel and I to share a bed? How big are the beds?
This thing's like twin size.
Oh, okay.
Plenty. Come, my friend.
And then I walk my drunk ass over to her. Let me go to sleep.
That room goes to sleep. Astalos, anything you wish to do to yourself?
Nope, nothing.
Okay. All right. Magiku?
But like when Magiku's kind of like he's getting all of his stuff and it's all like packed up in a corner, but it's basically all packed up and hooked up that if he needed to, he could just grab it all and like that's his armor. But his sword isn't. His sword, like before he goes to bed, he kind of just lays it there and he's just kind of like staring at it and he's just kind of like feeling the magic that like it's granting him and he's just wondering what it is and he's kind of wondering like what he's kind of gotten himself into. This is one of the biggest things he's done. Like he's kind of only recently been majorly on his own, so he's just thinking on like the situation as a whole. Like I'm about to leave my hometown to go do this major task, a whole bunch of them, and then try to get back, all while
Okay.
discovering what this sword is. And then when he goes to bed, he doesn't let the sword touch the ground, but like it like kind of like lays on the nightstand, I guess, or something. Like it's very close by.
Okay.
Yeah, and then he goes to bed.
Ildar.
Ildar is doing his 4-hour trance.
So bet.
Okay. Roll me. Roll me a perception check.
Very well.
Window's gonna try and slit his throat.
What? Too much wine for you, my friend. Your pen is now gone.
The night
I was really
passes.
hoping no one saw that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I saw
that's not gonna cut it. Whatever it was.
The night passes. Your trance ends as you make sure your companion Windens is safe through the night. For the remainder of the hours for everybody. The night comes. The night goes. The sun rises. Hard to tell in your windowless rooms, but your bodies are accumulated to the time for so. As you arise in the morning is yours, and that's where we'll take a quick little break, guys.
All right.
Awesome.
Mexican cruises, and the one's house.
Sorry. One. Let's go. All right. You guys found yourself with a respite night. You all arise and make your way, I would assume, into what is the common area of little nook in the wall, if you will. What do you all do?
I'm gonna make sure the girls are okay and cleaned up and don't look like they just had the worst night of their lives.
You
So
wake up
Ladriel, especially.
and Enya's meditating in the corner. She's just sitting and taking a half hour, maybe, the start of the day, just to meditate. Trying to get rid of the hangover.
Dead to the world, face planted on pillow.
I go downstairs. I didn't get a chance to introduce myself to Humboldt when I got there, so I see if the wizard is around.
Harple seems to be sitting in his chair.
Okay. I approach and I'd give him a slight bow and I said, I didn't get a chance to introduce myself yesterday. And thank you once again for the hospitality.
Please, we don't do that here. There's no need to bow to me. I'm no king. Just a mere man.
A mere man of considerable power and humility, I guess now I know.
Sure. Just here to help.
Just what?
Just here to help.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
You should see me when I'm angry.
Trust me, from what I've seen of you, I don't want to see you when you are angry. Unless, we have common enemies. Then I would like to see it.
If we have common enemies, then there must be a problem in the world.
True enough. And I smile.
Now,
And
is there anything that you all need?
I think my companions will be down in a few minutes. I think that you've provided us with everything we need for our journey.
Very well. Your horses you will find attached to the cart. The carts, when you go out of the alleyway, you will see it upon the street.
Okay?
It is being taken care of by your
Very
people.
well. Very well. I
Now-
nod in acknowledgement and that I know what he's talking about. And is there a particular word that activates the effect of the cart?
There is. I was telling your companions that I don't necessarily remember it, so I wrote it on the side of the damn thing.
Very well. I shall find it there. Thank you. And I walk away towards where upstairs and check on everybody and let them know that the cart's waiting outside and everything's been set up for us to leave.
How messed up
Majiku is going to be fixing the beds and putting them back in the proper order and making them, and then getting his stuff on, and then heading out. And I guess gets told that the cart's ready, and he's gonna take the top seat of the cart.
Ildar does the same. He goes down and goes outside and finds a place to sit in the cart, puts his things down, and he checks the side for that code word that it's supposed to be etched.
Looking on the edge of the cart, it is on the wheel. Seems to be a little worn down, but it's there. And this cart seems to be quite similar to that of Simon's. It has its same
let's move on.
similar physique. And on the wheel, you see it. It says Buka.
Buka?
Buka. B-O-O-K. Buka.
Of freaking course, it's Buka. It's Buka, not Buka. Sorry.
Are we still all three in our room?
Yes.
How messed up is Saladriel right now?
So Majiku and I are alone by the cart.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, no, he's
Saladriel is
right.
definitely feeling the effects of a hangover.
He's feeling the effects of a hangover.
He's feeling the effects of a hangover.
Okay.
He's feeling the effects of a hangover.
I am feeling the effects of a hangover.
You are.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna kind of slowly open one eye and get myself together.
I'm up to Ildar before the other people come out. After they wake
Go
up.
ahead.
I'll wait for them to finish waking up.
I think our DM froze again.
Yep.
No.
Oh,
Well, just your video did, but we can hear you.
You're
What happened?
smiling though.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, on mine, he's still dead.
Everything's still working on my end, so I don't know what's up.
Right.
Just be a bad little camera glitch. Okay. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
we can hear you at least, but okay.
Yeah.
No
Astalos?
video.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Magiku, anything?
So,
Anything you
Ildar.
want to do? Go ahead.
Yeah, you establish contacts in Waterdeep or Neverwinter.
I did.
What's the job they want you to do specifically?
I have to retrieve an item. It's not gonna be easy, man. I mean,
Okay, so it's
it's on
not.
his person.
That makes it harder.
It's on his
If
person, and I have to
well,
steal it from him.
we don't have to kill him. I'm just talking very low whispers, by the way, just to acknowledge us, just like because we're both on the card and just like leaning over.
Yeah.
Um, just maybe we
To be
can.
honest with you, it's harder than it seems because we just need to get it
We're
from
not
him.
gonna be able to get it now, but let's
No,
try to
of
keep
course
an
not.
eye out for something that can put him to sleep for a while, and maybe we can get off him that way.
Sure. First, we need to find him, but for now,
I'll have some
it's
of
not up.
my contacts later when we get back on this, but I want to focus on the main mission for now. So just
Exactly.
focus on this, and then I'll come back and help you later. We'll come
That
back to this.
sounds good. Sounds good, my friend. Very well.
Alright. And then, yeah.
So does Magiku know Thieves' Cant?
No.
Okay.
I want to, though.
I see. Well, maybe during our short rests and downtime, Ildar might start teaching Magiku a little Thieves' Cant.
I imagine, like, he
Get
knows, like, a little bit. Like, he knows, like very basic stuff, stuff like that, because he still has to get in touch with people, but,
right.
yeah. But that's just how the character is.
Yeah. Well, Magiku, when we rest in our journey, when we have our rests during our journey, if you are interested, I can teach you the ways of rogues communication if you're interested.
That'd be appreciated. I have to admit, I never quite picked up on it, uh, from
I
before.
see. I see. It might come in handy for all of us. The more of us that can communicate that way.
Yeah, in case we're ever in danger, we'll be able to just signal each other.
Correct.
I'm gonna look at Rohega. You got this?
I got this. Go
Uh,
find the others. Make sure they don't leave
I'm
without
good.
us.
All right, and I'm gonna get up and go down the hallway. And I didn't. Did Astalos leave before we did?
We haven't heard Astalos do anything.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so we're pausing. Yeah.
Oh no.
Left off with you guys rising up, coming out, and you now have the magic word to make a magical cart float.
And
So,
me and
so we were
Ildar,
sitting.
we
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell
so I asked Ildar, hey Ildar, so what was that magic word written on the back there?
me. Oh, Buka. Oh.
You see the cart. You guys are
Oh
still
shit.
outside, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're on the
Yeah. It's
cart.
just the
We're
two
on
of
the
us.
cart.
You
We're on the
see
cart.
what appears to be. You feel yourself become lifted just a little. You notice that your eyesight is like you're like that parallelness of your peripherals where you see the buildings and stuff. You see that you're raising, and looking under the carts, you see what appears to be little floating discs, almost to what the
Oh.
wizard had showed you guys, that are under
Like
each of the wheels.
like tensor floating discs. Huh?
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
You would
Boca.
be very
That's
familiar with this
wow.
because this is pretty much what is in drow culture for carrying the
Yeah.
mothers around.
Yeah. Tensor floating disk. Yeah. Oh, I'm familiar with this. Yeah, it's a common spell.
Oh, pretty cool. Boca.
Yeah. Book.
It comes down. It goes
Boca.
back up. It comes back down.
Okay. Sorry. I was just making sure I was saying it right.
Uh,
Boca.
It goes back up.
Okay. Sorry, this is pretty cool. I
So
wonder if do you
so
know
how,
this spell?
how does it move forward in the air?
Well,
That's what I have
it
to figure out.
it doesn't move forward. The horses have to pull us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get
But
it.
what I'm wondering is you know that that spell it's called Mage Hand.
Yeah, sure.
I
A
wonder
hand
it.
appears in the air and does things, grabs
Yeah,
things.
something like that. I wonder if someone would have that spell if they pull it, if it would.
Ooh, what a wonderful idea. That way we don't have to mess with it. We can use the horses for ourselves.
Or yeah,
Hmm.
in case something happens, like that situation we had earlier with the gorge.
Yes. Very true, very true.
Bugger.
Goes down.
Excellent. Okay. You want to go check on the others? What's taking them so
I
long?
don't know, man.
Are
We'll
they
go.
having breakfast or something?
Did they
We'll
have
go ahead
breakfast?
and
Ah, we should have had some. Did,
You know what?
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
smell
go
any.
inside and eat breakfast while they
Yeah.
whatever.
Let's go get breakfast.
They must have been partying all night or something.
Yeah, Solange was drinking a lot of wine. I think I
Yeah.
heard Enya leave later and say something like, "Oh, I got a bottle, bitches," something like that. Sorry.
Yeah.
And,
And then she left me in the morning.
I look at Rohiga and I was like, "Hey, you got this?" And then I go down the hall and try and find. I go and knock at in the room that I knew, uh, where we left Wendens and Ildar.
okay. Entering in, you find Windens, but no Ildar.
Is she
Hi.
awake?
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. Where's the other one?
Oh, I'm not quite sure. You must have left before me.
Where's Magiku?
He left in the night. He
didn't
apparently
stay
getting
here?
his own.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna wake everybody up. So
Well,
waking
I'll
you
come
up.
with you.
All right.
See
And
her
then
grab her bow, quiver, come on out with you.
walk down the hall and knock at the first door that I see. 'Cause I have no idea where they went.
You do not go to the door that you went to last night with Rohiga and them, because you obviously knew that that is not the right room.
Yeah. I do know.
Through trial and error, you do end up finding the correct rooms of where Astalos and running into where Magiku would be.
Assos.
Unlocked, and there is no one in there, and the bed is just somewhat made, just poorly, and the people is missing. And that he's not in there.
Where is everyone?
You make your way down the hall to the next room where you would find Magiku's room.
This one's empty too. Whatever. Look, if they left, Hey, do you have anything to cure a hangover?
No, that I don't.
Alright, this is gonna be And I take her back to our room.
Okay. Perhaps we should go get some breakfast.
I think Saladriel needs a little help getting out of bed.
Nah, she can walk. That's how you tough her out.
She may have had a lot to drink last night.
All she needs to do is a simple healing spell on herself, I imagine.
I don't
Can't
know,
they do that?
I don't think she's ever been drunk.
I'm sure she could remove something of the sort. Saladriel, she comes over to you, kind of slaps you on the cheeks. Saladriel!
She kind of snaps her hands away and opens her eyes very slowly.
Hey,
Ouch.
aren't you a magical folk too, right? You healed us before. You healed everybody. Heal yourself. Feel better.
Spare the dying? DM? Question mark? How many hit points
Spare
am I
the
at?
dying. I love it.
This cantrip. Very
You would have to.
Very
Spare
powerful.
the
Very
dying.
powerful spell.
Hold on, I will link it for you.
Oh no, I got your stuff.
I don't even think I don't think that's gonna help this instance.
You're stable. You're stable.
Yeah,
Is she
I feel great.
Spare the
What do you think they
dying.
got for breakfast?
Spare the dying. No. I'd give you a simple healing hands would remove the intoxication.
It's a lot of glows.
Spare the dying.
I don't have healing hands, do I? Oh wait,
You do.
My actions. Okay. Wait a minute. I don't know if I should listen to the DM about what I should do.
I mean,
Wait.
I mean,
I don't know
it's
what that is, honestly.
technically you're listening to what Wyndon's would do. She is just trying to make you heal yourself for some reason.
Oh, I see healing hands. Okay. Yes. Okay, great. Yes, I'll cast that on myself.
How
So
do you feel?
resting your hand upon yourself after hearing her say, just heal yourself. You place it upon your chest. You feel the radiant energy start to course through you. You feel what is considered a toxin start to come out of you, feeling more fresh, revived. You feel back to what Saladriel is.
How are you feeling?
Better. How are you feeling?
Oh, I feel great.
Was not the
Oh.
first time you drank the wine.
That particular kind, yes. Wine in general, I've I'm familiar with more types. If we come across something that I know is good, I'll let you know.
And she's gonna look at Rohiga. You're still in the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And say, "Come, my friend. It is a perfect day for changing one's fate."
Simply gonna collect my things. Gonna be super quiet after last night.
Hey, should we get going?
You said something about breakfast.
Hey, let's get some food in us, and we'll get going. See if that
Oh.
changeling will have anything for us.
All
Yep.
right.
Majiku
Yes.
is gonna go find
I'll-
Astalos.
So, you guys make your way into the main area. Astalos, where are you? What are you doing?
Observing Ildar and Match, who is also rise or closer than them. He was just watching them all eat. They weren't paying attention, so just observing them the entire time.
Look out the window. What?
You saw them.
They're looking on the car and they don't look left, so it's like, oh, there he is.
So you guys, all but I think Ildar, are you staying
Hey.
outside with the car?
Oh, we went. Magico and I went inside to grab breakfast.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're going with him. Okay, just making sure. So all of you end up rendezvousing back at the main area where you could easily find some simple breakfast and drinks to get the morning going.
Hey, Astalos. So, you
Now,
what?
you guys left and he moved to the cart when you guys were. He was already there beforehand. He was just watching you guys mess around with cards.
Okay. Hey, Astalos. So, can I get those scimitars back? Astalos, come on. When I put them in there, you said specifically you wouldn't do this.
Can you not hear me, or?
It's
Yeah.
just cutting out.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
sorry.
think I think it's your push to talk. You're
I'm
releasing
not
it too
usually
quickly.
push to talk.
I
Okay.
think you're just too far away. It wasn't
Yeah,
picking
that was
it up.
probably it.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Think about giving you the scimitars back eventually, Match.
Astalos, you said that you would give them back when I put them in there, when I asked for them. We went over this whole thing. I was like, look, I don't want to put them in there because I know you were gonna do this. I'm just gonna go sell them while you guys are eating breakfast and then come back.
Time. We need to
What?
get ready to go for a journey, and
You're
Asta's just
eating
gonna make sure the cart's ready to go
Inya,
and get ready.
Rohega, Selenadrill, Winston, Wesley. They're all not here yet. So they're gonna come down and eat breakfast, and I'm not, and I'm gonna go and sell these real quick.
Just eat your breakfast and get ready. We'll get ready to go soon.
Fine. He's gonna go grab a plate of breakfast.
You guys end up finding a good breakfast for you. The drow look-alike, makes everything good for you. You see Harkle Harble still just relaxing in his chair. You guys have a good full belly, and you're ready to set away if you are.
Does anyone else need anything in town before we go? Because I do. I broke a few of my tools on the way to Waterdeep, so I would like to.
I would like to
I
sell
still need
something.
I need to get that damn coat. It's cold.
Right. Let's go find a store. Wyndens, do you know of a general for a clothing store?
Of course, there's several. What all do we need?
I need to sell some swords.
I need thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools. Okay. Yes, we can go to a store. There's quite a few around.
And a coat.
And a coat because he is cold.
Very well, and a
Oh,
coat.
yeah.
We can do that. Not a problem. Okay. So, for the sake of that's a lot of things to roleplay, we will simply say, what does everybody need? You can definitely procure a coat here. You can definitely procure some thieves' tools here, and you can definitely sell whatever swords you are looking for. You guys are in a good-sized city. So, what are we looking into? We'll start with the coat because that is probably the easiest. Just what kind of coat are you looking for here?
Just a regular fur coat and probably some inside hidden pockets.
Okay. So a simple traveler's cloak.
Sure.
Okay.
But with fur lining, something to keep me warm.
Okay. You could definitely get that for about 3 to 4 gold. We'll say 3 to keep it on the low end.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, that's kind of steep. For a coat, huh? That's a fine coat.
You getting a pelt with it, man. You wanted to stay warm.
I'd say just
Yeah. Well,
I didn't realize it was cold here. I thought we were in Neverwinter.
Where it's never winter.
yeah, he gets kind of, you know, he gets kind of, well, have you guys seen the Sword Coast map? You guys know where Neverwinter is?
Yes.
All right. So he decides that he's gonna pass. He doesn't want to part 3 gold.
Okay.
I show him the scimitars.
Never keeps magic of the scimitars.
I'm trying to show him the scimitars with Aslo standing next to me.
I didn't come with you guys. I'm staying with the
Okay
cards.
then, I'm back with Astalos, just being like, look, everyone else has gone to the store, Astalos. If you give me the swords and give me like, I don't know, 20 minutes, I'll go and get a good deal.
Okay, I am actually going
haggling.
to walk up to Astalos and Magiku, and I am going to smile at Astalos and look at Magiku, and I am going to cast sleep.
Okay, Astalos.
On both of them?
Yes,
No,
queen!
on Magiku. Just on Magiku.
Yes, queen!
Yeah, command. I'm sorry. I'm gonna cast command.
I was about to say command or sleep.
And I'm going to
Command is very different than sleep.
Alright,
Cast command and
I'm
tell him
going
to
to
sleep.
right. Yes.
Oh my god.
Please say it works.
Make a make a wisdom saving throw, Magic.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, he's in the cart, right? Sitting in the cart?
He's sitting
Yep.
in the cart.
Right. Okay.
He
Great.
was on the ground, actually.
Magicu? Did we
Is-
lose him?
Is
Oh,
he's
no.
frozen.
Dead.
Oh no.
Mhm.
Oh, this is so funny. Yes, queen.
That's amazing.
Put him to sleep.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll it for him with no
Please.
objection. Because, I mean, he has to roll with his 0 in wisdom.
Oh.
Please?
He
Please.
fails. You have command over him, and you tell him to sleep. You guys see Saladriel walk over to him, make a quick vocal sound, and as she makes the vocal noise,
Hey,
the spell goes through, and
I don't
you
go to
see-
sleep. I'm immune to magical sleep.
Are you?
Yes, I'm a half elf.
Oh crap.
But is it
So,
magical sleep
I'm-
if it's a command?
He
Being
didn't-
charmed and magical and magic can't put you to sleep. So he can be commanded, but he can't be commanded to be put to sleep.
Yeah, but she still commanded that. She wouldn't have known.
Exactly. So you
Oh.
cast it for him to be going to sleep, and you see Magiku shrug the resistance off, turn to you, Saladriel, and know that you tried to
Why?
put him to sleep.
I just wanted to sell the summit. What? Feeling very attacked right now.
Try again. Try again.
Your mic.
What? He's just gonna walk off.
Still nothing.
Yeah, still nothing.
I love computers.
He's gonna go to like a tavern or
I'm
somewhere.
sorry, my headphones died. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to say, sleep. Magiku, how did you sleep last night? And I'm going to use my considerable charm.
Walking off.
Oh my gosh.
Was your bed
Alright.
comfortable?
Magiku
No,
walks
man.
off. Okay. So
Holy
we got our
shit.
coat. The scimitars do not get sold,
Thieves tool.
and then you can definitely get some thieves' tools picked up. Let me get you an exact price on those.
While you're looking up prices, can I get a small aluminum or tin flask?
Just a simpler, like a simple flask.
Just a simple flask.
Yeah, I'd say you can get one, just basic one. I'd say about 6, maybe 7 silver.
Okay, cool.
You're a drinker now?
And your thieves' tools would be approximately 25 gold.
Okay.
Wow.
Gotta be thieving.
So I'm going to say to Asalos, the reason why I did
Yeah,
that,
I'll do it.
who walked away, is I'm going to say, about what happened last night. Sometimes people need a reason to believe.
For no reason.
I know, but sometimes people need a reason to believe that people can redeem themselves. So
Do anything wrong. I did was tell the truth. You got something against telling the truth, Celestial?
are you judging me, Astalos? I'm trying to help you understand.
I didn't do anything wrong. The bartender asked what was Ildar, and I answered.
I'm going to say in Draconic, I am not your enemy, friend. I am trying to help you.
Answer back in Draconic. Look, mammal, I don't really care for what your kind does, but I will not lie. And I'm gonna switch to Sylvan and say, these soft ones are such a pain. He's worrying about everything. People are dying and they fitter about money all the time. Always money this, money that.
I don't understand what he's saying, but I say again in Draconic. Sometime in this life, you're going to need others, and if you alienate everyone, you'll be standing alone. And then I'm going to turn him.
Hashtag badass bitch.
Make sure the cart's ready to go and take it to the gates.
So as we shopped around and spent quite a bit of time going around town and to shops and everything, I kept looking over my shoulder. Did I see anybody that I saw at the guild the other day, the day before, following us, or anybody familiar like that? Like I'm looking, like I'm trying to watch to see if I'm being followed or our party is being followed.
Roll a perception check. Looking all around, checking in the corners, the crevices, the shadows. You see a couple hoods that seem familiar to the Thieves Guild. However, they don't necessarily seem to be following as much as they are just watching.
I pay him no heed. I play it like I didn't see anything. And
Okay. You guys do have a Magiku who is roaming the city.
It's at a tavern somewhere. Because he didn't grab breakfast. Because he was gonna try to go sell the scimitar. He's just at a bar, day drinking, and just like really
Before you
thinking.
would even get to this bar, you guys do have the opportunity to catch up to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch up to him before he gets into the bar, if I can.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm just going to take one of my 3 daggers and like just offer it to him and like kind of smile over to him.
What? Well, at least you didn't throw a dagger into my foot. But what was up with that? Like, why'd you try to put me to sleep?
He's very
putting it
untrusting
away.
of others. I was just
Yeah.
trying.
So why'd you put me to sleep?
I was just trying to get to him. It didn't work. Anyhow, you won't get your scimitars that you're asking for either, but I can offer you this.
I was just gonna sell the scimitars off. That way we can maybe try to get some potions or a new cloak for Ildar. Ildar. Fuck. Sorry. Last night was kind of drank a bit too much.
So let's sell this dagger then.
No, it won't be enough. It's fine. We'll just have to deal with it. I should have known not to give them over to Astalos. I said this was gonna happen, you know. Should have believed myself.
We have the whole day ahead of us, friend. Come on, let's go. No long face.
Alright, Sandro. This is partly because he still thinks angel being, because he doesn't understand ASMR, but he's just like, fine. He's gonna pull out some of his ration. He's so hungry. He didn't have breakfast. Wait on the cart.
Okay. You all gather onto the cart. Enough room for all of you. Windance is at the lead, helming the horses. Do you all procure to make your way out of town? Okay.
Yeah.
yes, we
Let's head to
do.
Oakhurst. Finally.
Let's go.
You all end up traveling throughout the day. 6 miles. Just some good scenery going into the woods, leaving Neverwinter behind. Another 6. Seems to be fairly calm. The woods are peaceful. You hear the animals. You hear the wind. It's a good day. Sun's out. You continue going and going. The woods, of course, getting thicker. You see mountains off to the side of the far north. You continue going. The sun begins to start setting. As the sun comes down, Windance goes ahead and starts pulling the reins on the horse, and you hear, "Perhaps this is where we need to make camp. Seems like good cover."
Yeah. Oh, by the way, everyone, just so everyone knows, Boca.
The
Boca.
cart begins to lift.
And then Boca back down.
The cart lowers.
That's the magic word for the floating cart, just so everyone is aware.
He turns to Magiku. Ildar turns to Magiku and says, "It's Buka, not Boka."
Book. Oh, it's already floating now. Buka.
And it goes back down.
How late is it right now?
Roughly about probably 6 o'clock or so.
Okay. Are we making camp?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah. The horse is gonna need rest.
What are the surroundings like right now? How thick is the forest?
Very thick. Neverwinter Woods is known for its dense tree population. It is very, very thick.
And we're still on a road, I'm assuming.
You guys have had to go off-road. You guys are now making your way into smaller towns, less on the beaten path. You guys are officially rough roading it.
So they're more like
Oh,
not game
oh,
trails,
oh,
but they're
but
trails.
yes, trails that have obviously been made to get to certain locations. It's you guys are making your way following these, or at least Wyndham says.
Seems
Okay.
safe enough.
Do you guys
Camped
want to
at
have a
worst.
fire tonight? Yeah. It's
I'd
a well
like to eat
traveled.
trees.
Is there a smaller clearing off to the side of this trail?
Yeah, you guys could definitely pick
Okay.
your a little off the side. Now the cart necessarily wouldn't be able to get to where it is, but I mean these trees are very
Right.
they're everywhere.
I'm looking for a big enough gap in the trees to get the cart directly off of the trail, maybe
Yeah,
just next
you
to
guys
it,
could
but
definitely
just
do
out
that.
of the
Yeah.
way.
You can also make it float. Although it's gotta stay stationary like that. We can't turn it.
Let's just get it off the trail before we make camp. And Astalos, you can make your fire.
Okay.
While we're all settling down,
Voila.
I'm gonna sit next to Windens and
Okay.
pull out the sending stone that Simon gave me.
What are you doing with that?
You can call him out on not telling us that the cart fucking floats.
I could, but he might actually be mad. We might be able to get away with it and say that I figured it out.
Maybe you could just tell him that's the same one. Maybe it is the.
Precisely.
He says he doesn't talk to that other wizard anyway, so.
How would he know if this was ever his or not? It's the
Like-
same make. I can see it. There's no difference in color or anything.
You know what? Take your word for it, and I put the stone away.
I thank you though for wanting to help.
Well,
So
after
Ildar,
Ghost is starting the fire, Majiku is putting it out with prestidigitation just to annoy him a little bit for what he did earlier.
Nice.
Just sitting 10 feet next to the fire on the opposite side of them. But he'll let it go after a while. But just at first, just enough to annoy him for a little bit.
Fucking
As
city.
Rohiga offers the
Saladriel, go ahead.
As Rohiga offers the fire to Astalos, Saladriel is going to just walk in front of him a little bit and give him like a knowing glance.
Where are the scimitars, by the way? Where does he keep them?
They're in the bag of holding, you would know.
Oh, thank you for the reminder.
No problem.
And you have the bag of holding with you?
Oh shit.
Do I see the bag of holding with him?
Depends on where you have it, Astalos.
Like around my belt, kind of.
Okay. I say to the group, I'll take first watch.
I will also take first watch.
I'll take the first watch too.
Alright?
Huh?
Inya, would you like to watch
No.
with me?
It's a lot of
That's
people on first
Four
watch.
people for
Wait,
a watch seems a bit.
Well, fine. Make one of the boys
It
go to
does not
sleep.
make sense, guys. Don't worry, I got you covered. Rest, sleep, and I'll wake you when my watch is over.
Fine.
Magico and I can handle the first watch.
All right,
We'll
and
take
you'll
second.
take the second. Sounds
take
good. For the time.
Who's gonna take the bag of holding and sleep on top of it? So he can
Okay.
That's fair enough.
Metagaming. I
Yeah,
call
no,
metagaming.
go for it.
That's
I call
fair.
metagaming.
I will allow to say that it's fair enough for.
Ildar is paying any attention to him. Astos like, no, that guy's.
It checks out with how sketchy he thinks you are, and the fact of the scimitars were a problem. I'm ruling it. It checks out.
Go for it.
All right.
It's not gonna stop him from
Majiku's not
trying.
doing what you guys. Majiku's not doing what you guys think is doing on.
All right, so first watch comes. Roll me some perceptions.
me a
Oh.
second.
Magiku, don't see nothing.
You don't see it?
Ildar,
22.
Trust me,
First one.
he doesn't see it.
You don't see my nat one?
no, you don't see it either.
First one 4.
What?
They got it. All right. The first watch comes to an end after hours pass. 2 hours pass.
So at some point, I go check on Astalos and see.
I wanna.
Hold on, one at a time. Go ahead.
I see it. Is he sleeping right now? And where's the bag of holding with the scimitars?
Astalos, unless you plan to stay up all night and wanted to actually sleep during your rest, I would assume you're sleeping, correct?
Yeah, I was sleeping like, you know how like a dragon sleeps with its
A hoard of
that, so it's
treasure?
really
Yes.
close to my mouth.
Okay.
Majiku's
It's,
trying to
it's like
stop.
he's like around it, and his mouth is.
All right, Ildar, what you got?
So
Awesome.
I look over at Magiku from a distance and I go like,
No.
"You want him? You really want him?"
No, not like this. If you do it like this, it'll just prove that he's right. You gotta be better than that.
I
You
know,
gotta
but
take it
he's
from
kind
him
of
when
a
he's.
dick.
I mean, a little bit, and a bit racist, but part of the party.
No,
But
no. It's beyond racism. He's kind of a dick. I just, you know.
I mean, yeah.
All right. I leave it alone.
Look, I mean, some people are just gonna be like that, but I'm not gonna be stereotyped like him to be a shady character who would just steal it back. No. I'll steal it back right in front of his face. I'm not some.
Yeah.
Not gonna just have that. He's gonna think whatever he wants to think, but if you prove him right, then that just proves that he was right. And I don't like giving people that satisfaction.
It's all good, man. Just say the word, man, and I'll just swipe those motherfuckers right off.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Hey, so you were talking about showing me some more of that thieves' can earlier. I was wondering
Oh
if you.
yeah. Let me show you a few things. Okay, so this is help. This
I got
is
that one. I know the
This
basics
one-
like help, safe. Yeah, that's about it. Mission,
okay. Yeah.
go
And-
away, and that's about it.
Oh, all right. So I keep so for the rest of the watch, I keep showing him some different thieves' cant signs and.
Okay. All right. The watch continues on. Successful. No disturbances, nothing out of the ordinary. Next watch is up.
So I go to wake Kenya up, and I see her foot, and I just look at Achilles' heel, just like no, and then tap her awake. Just it's your watch.
See anything?
No, not really.
All right.
Yeah. Good night.
And I go wake up Wyndon's.
Hey, oh, our watch already. Okay.
It's time.
She
Is there a fire?
kind of leans over and she goes, "Should we get the boat?"
Maybe.
Okay,
Do you want to use the same one?
let's do it.
Okay.
God damn it. God damn it.
All right.
So I take it out and
You guys definitely get the boat, same one. She goes, after this one, depending on how hard we hit, we're gonna have to probably get you a new one. Don't worry, I've got a couple more in the back.
yeah, you said you had a few, right?
Right. Yeah. So, let's see what we can do. I've been practicing in my offhand without you guys even noticing. Are you ready?
Show me what you got.
She goes ahead and she pulls out one arrow. She goes, "Watch this." She breaks the arrow. She takes the tip of it, just like a dagger. She goes, Just underneath her arm, she goes, and she throws it. Completely misses the canoe. She is just trying really hard to show off to you right now.
I reach into my pouch and I pull out 2 darts. And I give it to her. Stop ruining your arrows.
Ooh, these are shiny. Can I throw them?
That's what they're for.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, how do I hold these? Because I think I've already cut me hands. And she kind of opens them up, and there is like little cut marks just from the blades.
I take one back and I show her how to hold.
Oh, very well. You hold it by the blade. Okay.
Throw it.
And you throw it. She throws it, and it gingerly sticks into the tree that was in front of her, not even about 5 feet. Ooh! Now this is more fun.
And then I give her back the one that I borrowed. So she has 2.
Ooh, I need to get you something. Something special. I don't really have anything on me. Next trip to Simon's, I'll get you something.
I do have a question. Maybe it's something you can help me with.
What's up?
So, you know the stone that I pulled out earlier tonight?
Aye?
Is it hard? Are you able to make one?
Sadly, no. I've tried.
It's unfortunate.
My powers are still learning. I'm still a young one. Can't really do anything major yet. I can, however, he taught me how to do this. And you see her look at you, and she goes, "Wait right here." And she goes and hides behind the tree, and she goes, "Now we can talk. Whenever we want, and nobody can ever know." You hear the message in your head.
Where are you?
You see her pop out. That's all you got to say, sorry. Generally, when you speak, you've got a certain amount of time.
Oh, well, that can come in handy.
It can. Just don't tell the others. That's the only one I really know how to do well.
No,
We'll
of
keep
course
it
not.
between me and you. Just like the archery and the boats, and we've got a parade of things that we're hiding from them. They might get mad.
I mean, if we do what we're supposed to do, what would they get mad about? And I remember that we're on a watch.
You hear her say, "I don't know, Simon's always taught me to make sure you keep your magic secret until it needs to be known. But you're so friendly to me."
Why hide it?
Well, the strongest person in the room is the one that's mysterious.
I'm sure to get there you have to make a lot of enemies.
You do. You also have to be less known. That's why Simon, I think, doesn't go out anymore. Too well known. Nobody wants to mess with him.
Can't blame him for that.
Aye. That's why I believe he gets all of you to do your his bidding. I say bidding as if it's your slaves, but you're not. He needs assistance.
I mean, if you can have someone else do the dirty work for you.
It's true.
I don't see him making the trip all the way here for a shield.
Actually, that's a good point. He probably could have just teleported you all here. Did he not offer?
I don't remember if I asked. Why didn't he offer to teleport you?
Well, I'm his apprentice. He wants me to learn. Also, he had to have me go pick up the drow.
Did you know he was a drow when you did?
Simon had mentioned it.
And Simon just expected everyone to...
I don't really know what he expected with that, honestly. Chaos? He is one to rile up a room.
He does look like enjoys chaos, but then again, most users of the arcane do.
Aye.
Not something that really interested me, but...
Yeah, but if he didn't teleport you, he must have wanted you to be on foot for a reason, unless you all declined it. Did he offer it at all?
I don't think he did.
Hmm. Strange. Well, maybe we need to go ahead and get back on watch.
Right.
We do have people's lives that are hanging in our balance, all of that mambo jumbo.
They can take care of themselves.
They can. But let's just go ahead and be safe.
Right. If we must.
We go ahead, pack up the boat, get your stuff, make your way back to the base of the camp. You guys weren't too far away. Let's roll some perceptions.
Two.
Very nice. From the distance you guys were, nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary other than just animals. That's about it. Seems to be a peaceful night. Your guys' watch passes as we go into the final.
Who do you wake up?
Windens comes over and wakes up Rohika.
Bitch.
Hi! Starts kind of kicking you on the butt a little bit. It's your watch time. Go ahead, get up.
I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up Sladriel.
For good measure, she goes over and kicks Astalos. Hey, it's your turn, lizard man. Not everybody gets to sleep like that.
Hey,
Have fun.
Good night.
Lots of fun for me, yes.
Watch the north, and then I go to sleep.
I'll have to watch both of these two.
Alright.
Alright. Start off with perceptions, unless you guys are leaving the camp for something.
I don't plan on leaving my post.
Okay, just making sure. Everybody roll perceptions. Gladriel is blinded by the light.
Still really hungover, apparently.
Extremely. He
Damn,
asked us.
close.
Okay. You guys, with your time out here in the wild, trees, it's Saladriel, it's to that point for you. The woods are getting to you. You're starting to see things in the darkness and the shadows. You're not sure if it's just the hangover or whatnot that you've not been familiar with before, or if it's just something different in nature. You're a little bit more paranoid. However, it's nothing critical. It's just this is different than what you're used to, especially in your home life. Astalos, nothing seems to be out of the place. Rohiga as well, nothing seems to be out of place. Your guys' watch comes to a full successful end, and as the night goes, the sun rises, and the morning is yours.
So that completes our long rest.
Yes, it does. You get your healing hands back for your drunkenness.
And my command sleep. Sorry, Magical.
I'm so sad that didn't work.
All right.
gonna put the fire out and make sure it's fully started out.
I totally, by the way, like the last part I heard was I go up and cast sleep, and I was like, oh, hey Astalos, you're going to sleep, and then I cut out, and everyone was frozen.
All right. So, what do you guys do for the morning? Pack up and get ready to go.
Nope, just gonna live here the rest of my life. This little patch.
Yeah, we'll begin to pack everything up.
Yep. Make sure the fire is fully put out because only you
Bad.
can prevent forest fires.
Okay.
I'm gonna step away from the camp and just kind of look out at our surroundings and kind of just lose myself in my own mind.
Okay.
Just kind of thinking about what I said to Enya and Saladriel.
You successfully lose your mind.
I lose myself in my mind.
Just kidding. But no. Yeah, no, you definitely take the time to ponder and think about what you had said to the two. The cart begins to move, Windens at the helm. You guys start making your way forward closer to Oakhurst, only about a day's way out. Continue going. Forest is bright, beautiful. Nothing seems to be wrong. It's almost too peaceful. You
No
continue making your
travelers?
way. No travelers.
Hmm.
You continue making your way, and all of a sudden you hear, "Help! Help! Please help! They're gonna
Standing
get
up,
me!"
looking around.
Windens kind of looks around, and she kind of sees a clearing off to the right. She immediately hits on the horses as they start trampling over some of the woodland area, making their way out into the clearing. You come out to the clearing, and you see what appears to be a bunch of orcs and some people. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Oh!
What?
No!
Dun, 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 dun.
You cynical
Could I-
bastard!
Oh.
Could I have said something to Astalos on the trip there?
Sure, yeah.
So, Astalos, I didn't really take you for a thief, man.
You're to begin with, even.
But they were mine after the owner passed away.
Somewhere where you don't find them ever again. And they can
See?
be returned to the earth.
Metal doesn't work like that. Oh.
Over time.
I mean, I guess, but that would just be like a complete waste of the material and craftsmanship that worked into it.
To the earth.
And you would have broken your word when you said, like, because I knew this was going to come up. I specifically asked you, will you give them
Such
back?
thing.
I don't remember exactly what I said. Any assholes. Okay. One day, I'll just